Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if you've joined me through YouTube, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me. Make sure that you do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then that way you'll get notified as soon as I do go live. And there's a notification button right down here. Plus, also hit that bell. Like I say, you'll get notified immediately. And if you're joining me through my Facebook group, give StreamYard permission. That way, at least what I can do is I would know who I'm talking to. So, good morning. It's Sunday. I know I usually do my sketch challenges on Saturdays, but it was a day-long virtual launch that I did yesterday. If some of you tried to get into the group, unfortunately, if you didn't answer the questions, and we didn't allow demonstrators to come in unless you were hobby demonstrators, and that needed to be specified. But if you didn't answer the questions, unfortunately, you were denied because we were so busy. We didn't have time to look up different things. So honestly, it was a great day. We had lots and lots of different samples throughout the day, and we also had lots of games and different things, gave away a lot of stuff. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thought it was a lot of fun. We had make and takes and everything else. But anyways, so that's the reason why my card sketch is being delayed by a day. And a lot of times I do that, especially if there's something going on a Saturday, but at least it'll be done on the weekend, as so to speak, as a card sketch. So we're on card sketch number 140. Now, this one's a little tiny bit different of a card sketch. I have to tell you, I have a layer here that says a 1.5 inch square. And actually, I switched this up for my particular card that I'm doing today. And I switched it up. Oh, you know what? Let me go down to my desktop. You're not seeing that. No wonder you're not seeing it very clearly. In any event, this one here, this square here, it's a measurement. So you could put a different colored square on it. But what I did was I just punched out with the stylus shapes. I punched out a 1.5 inch square out of there, and you'll see how that went about to make the card. So like I say, card sketch number 140, this will be showing in my group, the Stampin' with Diane group, at 10:45 this morning. If it doesn't post, I know it didn't post last weekend because I posted it for 10:45 at night. Hello, good morning. Good morning, Margaret. So in any event, this one, make sure that you do enter into this card sketch. Remember, I cannot give anything to people outside of Canada, but I give product to people that live inside of Canada. So I hope that you'll enjoy that. Now, I decided today with this particular sketch, I thought, you know what, I'm going to make it work with 5 o'clock on Monday morning. Yes, I know it's very early down in Australia the next day. But in any event, this is, I decided to use a stamp set that I just got. I received a swap and it was amazing. So I just had to have it. So this is the one, Lighting the Way. Hello, Betty. Such a cute stamp set and dies. Remember, if you buy the bundle together, you save 10%. But I really like some of these things. I like this. Thanks for lighting the way. I think that's a really neat thing. Follow your dreams. And the die cuts are pretty cool too. Now, I'm not using too much of the stamp set. I am going to use just a tiny bit of it for the inside of my card. But I'm using the dies basically in order to make this particular card. So let's get started on there. I do have, like I say, I'm going to bring this and just put this up sort of to the side here. So I have a bunch of my cardstock already cut. And you're going, what is this stuff? This stuff is amazing. This is the fine shimmer paper, and it's quite thick, and it does come in 3 colors. It's in the new Jade A mini catalog. It comes in, I think this is fresh freesia and soft succulent as well, but check this gold out. Oh my, and it's fine. It's gorgeous. Anyways, I've used that for this particular one. Now I have a piece of basic black. I thought this just needed to be a black card. I know that sounds terrible, but in any event. Okay, you left today for card making. Awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad. And Dorothy, hello. Oh, you're at the Louis Armstrong Airport right now. Ah, well, safe trips home, that's for sure. And hello, Laura. All right, so this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Always on my my card sketches, I go regular card base. That's the finished card base. I go 4 1/4 by 5.5. We're just going to fold into the mountain, and let's go ahead and use our bone folder and get a really good score line down on there. And I picked some So Saffron is what I did. And this card base is the 5 by 4 by 5 1/4. And that's going to go on there. But I'm going to wait to put this all down. I'm going to do the front of the card first. And then I'll put this piece down. The third layer is 2 by 5 inches. And this is just plain basic black. So I'm just going to go in and use my glue on there. Whoops. And I'm just going to lay this onto this side of the card. So that's layer number 2. And like I say, I had a square, and this was a square. It's 2 3/4 inch square. Now I use the Stylish Shapes to cut this out. Oh, that glimmer paper is just so pretty. Now, I also, when I originally did this, I wasn't going to cut this out. I was going to do a different color on this square. But to me, it looked really good with it shining through. You know what else would look really good on this particular one, other than this die, would be the Queen Bee. Oh my goodness, this would look amazing, especially with these colors. So that's going to go like that. This is going to go on here. And then I've got the sentiment to go across here. So let's stamp that sentiment. We'll get that going. And then I'll start showing you how I'm going to put the rest of the card together. I thought this thanks for lighting the way would be an excellent one to do. And honestly, to put it on this gold, it kind of falls off if you use Memento ink. It rubs off is what it really does. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to use, I'm going to emboss it with black embossing powder. Now, when I'm doing this, and this happens to be a cling mount stamp, it is higher up on here. Now, you could trim that down if you want. You could put the label on the back, but I know that that's near the top. So I'm just going to go and layer that on there like so. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put that into the black embossing powder. And I'm bringing my tweezers from my add-on, my embossing add-on thing. So let's come in and let's just take a piece of cardstock. And I'm going to pick this up actually. And let's just... Oh, look. It's going to work though. And see, by looking at the stamp, I could see where to position this particular stamp. I know sometimes when they are that high, it's a bit of a nuisance, that's for sure. I think I've just got a tiny bit here. Now, this brush is really not meant to be brushing over on this part. This brush is actually meant to take the embossing powder that you may put into this tray and just get it out, is really the purpose of this brush. All right, so we want to go and we're going to emboss that or heat set it. So we'll just quickly do that. Remember, if you like this, make sure to give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do appreciate it. And this is really weird because this doesn't pop up on this paper like a normal embossing powder, but it does help to set it on this paper. So I just have to check to make sure it's all done. Yeah, it doesn't really look like a typical embossing, but if I went and I put this on with the Memento ink, what would have happened was it would have rubbed off. So we've got that part done. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Also, I guess you could have used this with Stays-On ink. I'm not a big lover of Stays-On ink, so I tend to not really use it that much. Don't mind if it's like a stamp set that I could clean off right away, but if I'm doing demos, I can't very well clean it off right away. So I'm just going to take the square and let's just go ahead and put that right down there. Bring it up a bit. See, like that. And then, like I say, this is going to go on here like so. Now, this is going to go here. I'm not going to raise that at this point. This is going to go right here. So let's go ahead and pop that up with our dimensionals. I'm going to put 4 on here. We don't want a dippy sentiment on here. It's just going to go on here. You know what? I probably should have put the rest of it on there. You know, I'm going to do what I'm going to do with the rest of the card before I do that. Now, this is going to go right about here, but we're going to check what we're going to do. Now, I've gone ahead and I've cut the lantern out. I love this die cut. And it's going to go, I'm going to move this up just a bit. It's going to go about there. So now I can go and put this on there. There. And then this will go here. And this kind of gives the illusion that there's light behind. I could have used a smaller circle, I guess, but I decided not to. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use my black dimensionals. I want it to really pop up, so there. And I think I could put a couple of the small ones here. Oops. I think this is too big, so I'm going to have to cut this down. So you know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut part of this trim. Where can snips go so quickly? All right, so they're just going to go here, and I'm just going to cut this down. That's going to go on part of it, and that'll go on part of it. Such a cute stamp set, I tell you. There. I'm just going to put this on here. And now I can go and, you know what, do I need another one there? Let's put another one right down there. Now, lots of different things that you can do with this. You do an awful lot of blending with it. Blending behind, you can get the illusion of light coming off and then the fireflies. Oops, we don't want to lose that part. So this is just going to go on here. So I'm going to bring this up just a bit because I probably should have put that circle up a little bit more, but it's dry now, so I can't. Let's put this sentiment right down here. And then the cutest thing that they have are these fireflies. They are so cute. The dies cut them out like this. And then they also have the tail end that lights up, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and use my glue. I probably should let that set for a bit. They just go on here like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that up there. So I'm going to come in with my black dimensionals, my mini dimensionals. There, and we'll put one down here on the tail. Oh, you know what? I did forget one thing that I was going to put on here. Really didn't want that dimensional on there yet. I'm just going to take that off. And then I went and I cut the wings with, oops, this came off. I cut the wings in vellum. It's not wanting to work for me. This. And let's put these wings on here as well. So they're just going to come down there. So I'm just going to use some glue on here as well. I could have used a glue dot. I find glue dots during a demonstration a little cumbersome for me. So let's just put this on here. Like that. And then, don't be shy, say where you're from. Oops. There we go. And you know what? I probably should just bring in my silicone mat. And I can just lay it on there and then it's not going to stick to the paper. Glue dot probably would have been better on that vellum. And then the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to turn around and I thought, well, it kind of looks a little shiny there. Why don't we use some Stella also on here? The wings, because of that shininess there. And then that's going to end up, we're going to just let that dry for a bit. So now I can go ahead and put this card together so far, and then we'll finish embellishing it. So I'm just going to put this on. Hello, Estelle from Ontario, Canada. And Janet also from Ontario. We had a lot of, well, not a lot of snow, but we did have snow yesterday. I was hoping it was gone. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for that. On the inside, I thought I could put another one of those fireflies on there. So I actually have those pieces all cut out too. I thought, why not? I could always have firefly in there. So I'm going to put the body on. And I think this one we're going to try with a glue dot. Let's put this part on. Big fireflies. Just like that. Now come in with a glue dot on here. We'll see how that works. Just like that. Whoops. Yeah, that'll fit. One thing you don't have to wait with glue dots is you don't have to wait for the glue to dry. But I keep forgetting about glue dots. Glue dots are my go-to with my ribbon. All right, so I'm also going to put some Stella on that one as well. There we go. Now they have the neatest stamp in here. And of course this could come off of your light. You could have that going off of your light where all the fireflies are going, like a whole pile of them. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it and see if I can get it to look that way, kind of behind the firefly that I'm going to put on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to have this go this way. This is for the inside. In Logan Lake. That must be Norma. Oh, it just quit snowing in Calgary, Betty. Yeah, well, we're not out of winter yet, that's for sure. I think we had a few nice days, and I think we want it to be there so fast. All right, so I'm actually going to take my bone folder, and I'm going to take these. You got to be careful because there's some cutting in there. And then I'm just going to put this up here. So I'm just going to come back in with those mini dimensionals, the black ones. Let's just put that right about there. And we can just put that, let's see, how should I put that on there? They swirl around the lights, don't they? And this one can go just here. So I'm just going to glue this one down because it's on the inside. We don't want dimension on there. Whoops, I didn't want to put any glue on that vellum. Just like that. Now, of course, we have to put something sparkly on there, right? Yes, no. And we think of our friends down in Australia, and they're in the summer, right? So that's just going to go on the inside. This piece happens to be cut at 3 3/4 by 5. That's my favorite size for the inside of a card. And then I thought what I could use are these. These are pastel sequins that are in the new Jade A mini catalog. So I'm just going to put those on there. I like these gold ones. And then one down here as well. I could even go in here. You know what? It's kind of heavy there, so there we go. No, don't like that. When I actually look at it from up above. It's always a problem. You know what? I'm going to put one right on there. So there's our card sketch. Don't forget to enter into the card sketch. Like I say, I do a random draw each and every month. One for the sketch challenge and one for the mystery challenge. This one, like I say, is a tiny bit different, and it's kind of a monotone or very simple type card. Well, it's not simple, but as far as color goes, it doesn't have as much. So I'm just watching some of the things here. You're not getting a lot of summer. Oh, sorry to hear that, Margaret. I mean, we definitely are in a climate change, that's for sure. And things are really not the way they should be. We've had a lot colder weather, I think. All right, so that's using the Lighting the Way bundle. Really cute. This is a distinctive stamp on there as well. That would have been fun to put some of the leaves on there. The dies also cut out those leaves as well. So I think there's lots of other things that you can do with it. But I hope you enjoyed that. And oh, brutal temperatures in February. Well, anyways, yeah, I know we're in for winter still. All right, so like I say, make sure that you do enter that. Let me tell you, I will be live tomorrow at 11 o'clock Pacific time doing my free online class that I usually do. I usually do a fancy fold card or a fun fold card. And I also do, or I do a 3D project. I have an idea what I want to do tomorrow, so we'll see what comes of that, because I never really know until I get down here. Yeah, Marjorie, I know you love this set. But in any event, it's something a little bit different. I think this would look really cute with the queen bee, also with this particular layout. But yeah, anyways, you guys have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.